this kind of interesting. So first chance to talk to Jim Schwartz after OTAs. He was asked the obvious question about Greg Newsome, if he would play inside based on the fact that Newsome said he wasn't crazy about playing inside last year. Here's Jim Schwartz's answer to that.
My interactions with Greg have been awesome. He's been willing to do whatever we've asked, but the happiness of players is not my concern. You know, and that's not going to be the determining factor of how we play guys or anything else. We're going to do what's best for our team. We're going to play guys in the best matchups, and our job as coaches is to put guys in positions that they can succeed. But you know, I don't want to make that sound like a negative on Greg, because he's been outstanding. He's had some really good reps in this stuff. He's played outside corner. He's played inside corner. He's going to be an important part of our defense, whether he's playing inside, outside, or rushing the passer.
And it's important to note, Schwartz comes from that Bill Belichick do your job kind of mindset, and that's kind of what he's saying right there.
Yeah, he is. And again, I think Newsome's unhappiness was predominantly from being almost exclusively inside.
Right.
And so, you know, the Browns ran 75% nickel last year, and it was exclusively him. And when you're running that much nickel, you kind of have to ask your defensive back. You have to ask that nickel to act as almost a linebacker and to fit the run, because teams aren't going to throw the ball 75% of the time. They're going to run against you when you're in nickel. So I think that's where more of his disgruntledness came from. And Denzel Ward, speaking today, came out and said, yeah, I'm going to be playing in the slot a lot more this year too. So it sounds like the Browns are going to be doing something they haven't under Joe Woods, which is they're going to start matching. So under Joe Woods, it was almost exclusively Denzel Ward is on this side, the other outside corner's on this side, and we're going to stick with that, which I like, because there are times last year when, especially against like Miami, when you have Tyreek Hill, who will play a ton of snaps in the slot. You'll get those guys who will play a ton of snaps in the slot. Like Tampa will play Mike Evans and Chris Godwin a ton of snaps in the slot, and I feel like you have to match. And that's just something they didn't do last year. So it sounds like with Denzel Ward saying, yeah, I'm going to play a lot in the slot this year too, they kind of have that match mentality where it's not going to be, you know, you're going to line up who's ever coming out here on the right side. Instead, you know, we're going to put Denzel on the matchup that best suits his skill set. We're going to put Martin on the best matchup that fits his skill set, and we're going to do the same thing with Greg. So I think the secondary is set up for a lot more success this year.